Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks. I'm going to design something and start from scratch. I did not practice for this. I didn't make it. I'm just going to give you some ideas and some tools. I'm going to hold down the control button and make a perfect circle, ellipse. I'm going to make a copy of it. I'm going to just nudge it over, holding down my control button. Then I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool, set on any color, and I'm going to grab that shape. The Smart Fill tool actually gave me a new object. I'm going to left click, right click, and then I'm going to take it and Control D and mirror it the other way. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to weld it. So I've got that shape. It's a little bit big. I'm going to turn it to a right angle at 90 degrees. It's still a little bit big, but we can make it smaller. Then I'm going to take another ellipse and hit P and put it in the center of the page. I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to hold down the Shift key and have it grow from the outside in or inside out. Let me get that out of the way. I am going to take a 2-point line. Whoop. I was just using the freehand tool. And start moving, hold down the control button so it's perpendicular. Hit P and put it in the center of the page. I'm going to rotate that 10 degrees. And then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. And because the center rotation is in the center, when I mirror it, I get that. Now I need to make a second ellipse. So I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate and then grab this corner and just bring it in to about where I kind of want it. We're going to move this out of the way. And I've made several videos like this and I love making this. So I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to get that shape. Now I'm going to nudge that over. I'm going to left click, right click. I'm still going to bring this a little bit smaller and get it kind of close so you can see it. I'm going to put this shape into this shape. So I've grabbed my shape. I'm going to go to Effects and Envelope tool. And I'm going to go right here. Create from envelope form and then hit that arrow in your box. And look how it curved it. Now, without moving it, I'm going to shift select the other box and go EC. So it put it in the center of my item. That way, when I move this back over, it's right where I want it. Now, I'm going to move it out of the way for just a second. I'm going to take all this and nudge it out of the way. I'm going to bring in my indexing lines and hit P because I want to rotate around that object. Now I'm going to nudge that right back so it's right where it needs to be. I'm going to grab it with the pick tool and hit Control D, and I'm going to double click on it, and I'm going to move the center rotation to the center. Doesn't look like it is, so we'll go off of it and check it, and it's not. So go a little bit more. For some reason, Corel does that. That's in the center. Now, if you remember, we did 10 degrees. So I'm going to go Control D, but I'm going to make it 90 degrees. Now, I don't have to do this, but I'm going to do it because it'll help you in the future. If you notice, we're at 90 degrees. So you're going to have to do some math. If you'll take your Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and left click, right click. Now look at the degrees. It's at 0. So Control D and make a duplicate. Because what the Smart Fill tool did was make a new object. We're there. We're going to, remember we rotated at 10 each side, so we're going to need to go 20. And we'll kind of look at our points. They're perfect. You could actually make it a little bit bigger and actually do something completely different. Control D, make it 40 degrees. Control D all the way around. Just start going slow at the end because you don't want more than one copy. Now, I'm pretty sure that these will not weld because I don't think they're touching enough, but maybe they will. Let's try that because it'll be really cool if we select everything and the weld should come up, and it does. And the way to find out that it is that we can take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and voila, you have that shape all the way. And you could do anything with this shape. I just did a video the other day with something like this, and you could add shapes inside here. You know, you could do a lot. Let's back up. So we're done. Tell you what, This is what I like doing. I want to keep this one, so I'm going to right click and grab it all, right click and make a copy of it. And then I can back up. And I'm going to back up to where I started off with. And what's so cool about this, because I made a copy of it, I can now right click and paste it, and I still have my one I worked on. So I didn't lose anything. I didn't have to back up. Somehow I got no, we're just going to delete these. Oh, you know what that is? That's the blue. That's our outline from our black outline from our drawing. But I did move it. Okay, now we're going to take this one. We're going to go a little bit different. We're going to go control. We're not going to control D. We're going to go to edit and clone it. Then we're going to take this. I need to bring my indexing lines back in. Grab that indexing line and hit P. Take this, and if you don't hit that X, you get the shape tool. Put our rotation there. It doesn't look like it is. It probably won't be. Go a little further. A lot of times I grab there it is. It is. So rotate it 20 degrees. And what this is our control curve, and this is a clone. So now we're going to control D and rotate 40 degrees. Control D, control D, control D, all the way around. Now what's cool about this is that we can change this item. And what I like about this, we can make a duplicate of this whole thing in case we want to keep that one. It'll be just like the one we started with. But if you remember, this is our control curve. So I'm going to grab the shape tool and I'm going to bring that line up. Look what it did to all of them. Bring this and put it like right on that line. Look what it did to all the inner parts. Now we can go here and here. Look at that. Now I'm not saying that's perfect or artistic, but I don't know that it'll weld now. There might not be touching. Okay, whenever your weld tool doesn't come up, we can go to Object Shaping. You know, it's non-weldable. So I did something to make it not, oh, you know what? Why? There's another copy there. There we go. So I had another copy. Weld tool still didn't come up. Go to Object, Shaping, and Weld. So there's something I did wrong. You know what? Maybe we got to go to Object, break the selected apart. Now let's try it. Look at that. The weld comes up. Now, whether it worked or not, let's take the Smart Fill tool. Look at that. I mean, I'm not saying you'll ever draw that, but that's pretty cool looking and pretty easy. Now, because they're all the same color, and what we're going to do, we're going to move that out of the way. And there's our outline. We'll just nudge it out of the way. Hit P, put this back in the center of the page. Let's try something. Let's try the interactive fill tool and put it over there and make this light blue on this side. And we could alter this and make it a little bit better. I would not do this, but I'm just going to make it so it kind of stands out a little bit more. I mean, look at this. You're actually changing almost like, when I first saw it, I thought it looks like Christmas light bulbs. And it looks pretty cool. I want a little bit darker color on this end. So I'm going to go back with blue, maybe put a yellow here. And it doesn't look like much, but as always lately, I've taken a black box, make it black, go up to Object, Order, back a page. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what it looks like, but it looks pretty cool. Anyway, I hope that helps somebody a little bit, and thank you for watching.